YouTube? All-American Critic here, coming at you with another review for Horror Month. Today we're going to be looking at Another. I don't know how that glare is going to be, but hopefully you can still it. Now Another is a horror mystery anime centered around a boy named Sakikibara as he transfers to his new middle school, and he is put into Class 3. Class 3 is a cursed class. They are closer to death than other people in the world. Mostly because 26 years in the past, a girl that was in the class died. And the kids in the class and the teachers and the administrators of the school and everybody acted like she wasn't really dead. They kept her desk. They acted like she was still there. They still had her graduate and everything like that. And I don't want to get too deep into the curse because I don't want to spoil the show, but it put a curse on the class for years to come, and it involves a lot of gore and a lot of deaths. And overall, I had a very, very good experience with this anime. Character-wise, we have Sakikibara, who is a good protagonist. The mystery aspect of this show kind of leads you to believe that the main character is going to solve it himself, and I felt like he didn't do that as much because the stuff kind of had to be laid out for him to see it. But I also thought that was sort of relatable because I definitely wouldn't have been able to figure out the stuff. Because there's a lot of twists and turns in this story, and there's a lot of characters dying off and stuff like that. And you really, with Sakikibara, he's really relatable, At the school, Sakikibara meets a girl named Mei Misaki. And Misaki is this creepy, Rei Ayanami clone, if you've ever seen Neon Genesis Evangelion, which I hope you have. She is basically a clone of her, and she talks in whispers like this, and I don't know if the mic is picking me up. I don't know if the mic just picked me up right there, but we'll see. But that's how she speaks, and I actually like those kind of characters. I really like Rei, and I really liked Misaki in this show. And Misaki feeds into the curse as well. I don't want to spoil it too much, but Sakikibara and Misaki end up unraveling this story about the curse of Class 3, and they experience the horrors that are involved in it. The side characters, you are mostly the kids in the class, and you care about them. There's a lot of deaths in the show, and some people do get the axe, but it's not like you didn't care that they died. You actually related to them a little bit, at least I did, and you're a little concerned about how the other characters are going to react once that character died. So I thought that was a very good job for a 12-episode series to allow such relatability to each of the characters, and I thought that was really impressive. Presentation-wise, the animation's pretty good. It's really dark and dreary at times, and it's colorful at other times when it needs to be. A big downer in this show for me was the opener. The opening music is one of the worst openers I've ever experienced, in my opinion. I don't know, it just doesn't... It matches the show a little bit. It's not this super upbeat pop song for a horror anime, but it's just boring, and I just felt like they could have done just a much better job. I don't know. The closing is okay, and the background music is actually really good. It's really eerie. Gives you a good vibe of the show. The character designs are really good. Misaki being my favorite. She has these two different colored eyes, and it's a really good contrast with the dreariness of the show. She has one green eye and one red eye, and she's just animated really well. And the other characters are too. They're very distinct and memorable for their appearances. Overall enjoyment of the show, I thought Another was very entertaining, very gripping. It's definitely a fun ride because there are twists and turns. There's a twist towards the end that I did not see coming really at all. It really took me by surprise. If you like horror anime and mystery anime, I think you'll really enjoy this. It gets a little cliche with the characters at times, but I mean, there's only so much you could do with like middle schoolers, I suppose. There is some comedy in it, which I found kind of cool, but it's not too much. It's like just enough. And this anime, being only 12 episodes, has a lot in it, and I was really impressed by that. I've seen 26 episode series that don't have nearly as much character development and nearly as much like intriguing story as this 12 episode series, which really says a lot for it, I think. It has a pretty good ending, unlike some series out there. My real only drawback was really that opener, and it's a little cliche at times. But my overall grade for Another is a B. So far this is tied with Is This a Zombie for my highest rated show in Horror Month. So yeah, tell me what you guys thought. Did you guys like Another as much as I did? Tell me some more horror anime for me to review this month. I'm still taking votes up until I finish the 7th show. Yeah, check out my blog on WordPress. I'll put the link in the description. I should be vlogging at some point tonight, I think. I apologize for last week. I had some severe technical difficulties with that, but we'll get into that when I vlog tonight. Yeah, as always, subscribe, guys. Stay tuned for Horror Month as it continues. Next up, I'm going to be reviewing Higurashi When They Cry. As always, YouTube, this is the All-American Critic, signing out.